Yo, what's good, guys? So it's been about, I don't know, a couple weeks since I recorded anything about the last video. So I was gonna record going to this show up in Wisconsin called Automotion. I did not pick up the camera at all, but it was a very interesting weekend because I scraped through my gas line right under the driver's seat. So I'll put in a picture right now. And then we towed it back to the hotel on the tow truck, and then lifted up on the tow truck. So then we had it up mounted on the tow truck at the hotel, and I was able to fix the line, so then I was able to drive back. But being that it was broken and the gas was just pissing out on the floor, I didn't drive it, and I just drove it home because the whole day the main day there, it was broken, so I just didn't record much, didn't think of anything. So that leaves us where we're at now. I ordered a fuel cell and all the kind of stuff for that. So we've been I kind of just ripped out my sound setup. Amp used to be mounted right over the converter right there. This is pretty much what I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna throw the cell right here. Probably gonna mount it right here, right there, whatever, and then probably gonna try and see what I can do with these lines, because these lines are all right here. Can't even see. Once again, don't have a flashlight. Alright, I got a flashlight. So what we're gonna be doing is trying to mount the tank to the metal right here. You can see that there's metal right under here. Probably gonna drill, we'll take it out, drill, and then make a hole, and then make it so it looks clean, because I don't really want the if you can see, there's the sound deadening and all that kind of stuff down there. I don't want that showing. I'd rather just this showing and it be clean. So we're gonna have to mount the tank in here somehow, and it has ports on the bottom to drain. So how am I gonna do that? I'm gonna get risers to try and just raise it up pretty much. But I think I'm gonna have they're gonna come down right here, the ports on the bottom of the tank. I think I'm gonna have a 90 off of it, so it'll 90 down this way. There's a grommet right there. I think I'm gonna make that grommet bigger, go down through there with the AN line, and that'll be good for the original feed line. And then I have to figure out how I want it to come back up, but it'll probably just be something simple as drilling through something right here, because what I'm gonna do for that right back there, it's all messy, very messy. Got the whole tray thing right here. I think I'm just gonna slice it right at the crease right here where it folds, so it'll cover all the fuses and stuff. So the back will be clean, and then the front will have this big open tub. So that's kind of the plan on what we're going to be doing. So it's not going to be done itself, so I guess let's get cracking. Just got to start by taking off the front bumper and throwing it up in the air, I guess. But god dang. So as you know, with having a stance car, the underside of the car gets pretty cooked. This is my battery positive wire to the front, the harness. Absolutely fried. So looks like we're going to be doing that after we drop the tank. Fun. But I've been wanting to do it for a while, so now it's time to do it. Gonna buy a new one and put it in the car, because that is cooked. In order to replace that line, it'll be the wire that goes up and around everything, the tank and all that, and then it'll be it'll go all the way under the car. It'll come up right behind the fender well. You can see it right there. Right there. Goes right up through the grommet right there. Comes up through. The first bolt is going to be this one by itself on the far left, and then the second one is going to be under this cover right here. You'll pop this cover off, And then you'll pop this off too, this fuse, it just slides right up. And then it'll be that bolt right there, that nasty thing. So alright, so if you couldn't tell, I'm absolutely awful at picking up the camera, but we got pretty far. So this was a pain to get out, and I might also add that it was a full tank of gas, weighed like 90 pounds plus the tank itself. So that was a mission. We got it out though. Let me show you what it looks like. Here's the drive shaft that had to come down. There's all the bolts that had to come down. So as you can see, there is 3 drive shaft bolts, which is a E12 that works. There is 2. There's 2 bolts right there for the center support bearing or carrier bearing, whatever you want to call it. Where is it? Yeah, you can see it right there. And then you kind of just let it hang. Pull that thing out. You kind of squeeze through the e-brake cables and pull that thing out. Got it shimmied out. That was a mission by myself. New tank, not mounted at all. As you can see, it's not centered at all. We're starting on the second half of the project, which is getting that battery part pulled out. So you're gonna pull out the grommet down there, if you can see that. Pull out the grommet. You're gonna twist this circle thing off. You like twist it. I don't remember which way you twist it and figure it out. Then you're gonna pull that red thing straight through, pretty much. You're gonna pull it right through the car, and then from there, I already told you how to take it off from the front of the car. So I'll probably show you that anyways when I get to there. I'm just focused on the back right now. So that about to come through the hole, and just gotta disconnect it completely, pretty much. And then once that battery cable is routed through the car and done, I can start doing the lines for the fuel cell itself right there. Yeah, still waiting on my pump, still waiting on that line, but should be here in the next day, so should get it finished by Friday. Today is Tuesday. So yeah, little week project. Started to update you. I'm gonna try and record more, but this is where I'm at. And now, as you can see, we got a couple wires right here. This is our battery positive harness right here, going through the car. This is like unfinished. Alright, so the wire comes out and through the back seat. Just gonna get sat on, whatever. Then it comes through and under the carpet, under there. As you can see, I still have it up, but under here you can see it right down there. Goes down by the feet. And just like factory. Alright, so now that we got the battery harness all installed, there's where one of the connectors is. This guy right here, right there. There's the other one, that bolt right there, right there. So I have it coming out through the hole where the original one comes out. Comes out, down, and then goes in the hole underneath the chassis. Goes right under the frame rail, as you can see. Let's see here. As you can see, there's the frame rail. And then there's the wire. Comes right down, around, under. Goes right through the hole. So as it comes up and through, and through the hole, it'll come up under the carpet. It comes out through the seat right there, comes down under all the tray stuff, comes out underneath the tray right there, and it'll sit right there on top of the battery. And slight update as we continue the fuel cell. We We got the positive and negative wires ran. They're both red because I didn't have any other gauge color of that, so I just went with that. That's gonna go to where the fuel pumps are mounted, right under there. We'll just fuel pump, I guess, this individual one. Getting the cell mounted right now, and then once the cell mounted, all we have to do is run the lines and we should be set. So yeah, let's meet there. Alright, so this is what we're looking like. So we got the fuel cell in there, mounted, and pretty much installed, ready to go. As you can see, mounted on these poly bushings, so it won't take much of a hit when, you know, it's on the ground smacking against the concrete. So yeah, that's how those are mounted. Come around to the back. You can see I can still have my amp up here, still have all the wires tucked and all that. Still have enough room for like something right here. So, and I can have my seats down still and throw like a jack on top of them or spares. So plenty of room with it still. Got my line output converter for my amp down there, as you can see, just kind of accessible. I can still throw stuff under the cell, which is nice. Coming down to where I mounted my fuel pump and fuel filters, right underneath the car. As you can see, got the positive and negative wire ran. They're mounted back to back. The 6 AN line will go up right there. 10 AN line will come down through there. As you can see, there's the hole for it. Here's the hole for the 6 AN. 10 AN off of there goes down the hole, hit first pump, comes off the last filter, comes off the last filter with 6 AN. I'm gonna have it come up through here, through there, all the way up and around, come out right there, come down to my regulator, which is gonna be right here, and then I'm gonna send the line coming off the regulator down behind the seat and where the original fuel pump is. As you can see, there is a hole right there where the original harness and fuel pump is. Just gonna send it down there and route it under the car. So let's continue. Let's start making these lines. Not gonna show you how to make AN lines because there's a million YouTube videos. So let's start making these lines and see how it goes. We got the main one that comes off the tank ran. Goes right under there into the first filter. We got the pump. Line goes up, comes right through here. I have the panel piece right there. I'm debating what I want to do with it. Comes right through here, goes up under there, if you can see the line right there. Comes out right there, connects to pressure regulator. The one thing I am not the biggest fan of is how this thing sits. So like, here's my trunk. Pressure regulator's off to like the right. So that's as good as it's getting. So then we got that 90 coming off right there for the 6 AN. All we have left to do is come off the back side of the regulator, come down and through there and connect it back to the car. Yeah, but that's all we have left to do. So we are pretty much finished. All we have left to do is just leak test it, I guess. There's the whole tank fitting in there with all the trim pieces, as you can see, all of the trim. We'll get to all that later, hold on. Come down here, we got filter, pump, filter. I already said all this. It goes up right there. Got the trim piece in, got a little slot for the line to go through, whatever. Goes up over this thing. I mean, when this is out, you can't even see it either. Goes up, comes out right there, connects to the pressure regulator. Then the second line comes off and goes down right back here, as you can see. Follows the seat, goes right behind the seat. There's the breather line, goes right and over, comes down right here, and then goes right next to the first line. Reopen this. We got a breather. Look at that. Where the filler neck is supposed to go. Closes perfectly. Can't show you much under the car. See that? I think if you can see, it goes right over, right out of the original hole, and just kind of follows the trans tunnel all the way up. All right, now since it's pretty much done, just want to give a quick rundown of everything you'll need. It's pretty simple. It's only a couple things. So starting off, I got 10 feet of 10 AN line, which is thick stuff. that only pretty much ran from right here to underneath the car. This line took me many tries to make because it was my first ever AN line, so I ran out pretty quick. But luckily I have like maybe a foot left, maybe 2 feet left, and this was a good cut and everything. So after that, you'll need a 30 micron fuel filter, which is that one, a fuel pump, which I got the AEM 400 LPH fuel pump. Then you got the 100 micron fuel filter. But all these are from Evil Energy besides the fuel pump. So that 6AN line off the 100 micron filter comes up through there, that tiny gap so it can clear. Comes up through the trim, up and around, comes through there. This is just a 90 it comes with. This is a fuel pressure regulator. This is what you'll need one of these. Evil Energy branded as well. That goes off there, goes underneath the car and connects to the stock feed line. On this car particularly, the feed line is this black line that goes pretty much from the fuel top hat from the fuel pump, the OEM fuel pump, and it'll run all the way under the car to the pretty much the front, the motor. It'll connect underneath. You can just snip it and connect it there. Other than that, you pretty much don't need anything else. It's just those like 5 things. I mean, besides the cell itself. I got these reducers, 10 AN to 6 AN, so I can run my breather line right here, and I can slap the regulator on the pump or on the cell itself. I also got, if you can see in here, where I mounted my breather, I got just a regular breather filter mounted on a couple fittings so I can make it work, and I made my own 6AN breather filter. They're like $30. I made this thing for like $7. If you want to know, just comment how you make it. I don't know. Honestly, we have nothing left to do but leak test it. So that's for tomorrow. So all I'm going to do is just slap the negative on and with feel in it, because I need to make sure the pump is good and wired correctly and everything, I guess. So I'm going to get feel in it, then slap the negative on and see what it does. Yo, we are ready to get it on the ground. We got the tires all put on. We got everything tightened up, ready to go. It's already been through like multiple test runs, so I'm gonna put it on the ground and start it and then drive it to a gas station because it's got no gas. Put the gas can right there in it, but that only did so much, so that's how it's sitting. Got the sub in there, look right there. I can't really see it. Yeah, we're ready to go, so I'm just gonna drop it on the floor. I hate dropping a stance car off jack stands. It's such a pain, and getting it up. I guess getting it down is easier than getting it up. Pause.